Ooh, it's a.
Oh, I feel like you're somehow possessed by your macaw when you do that sound.
Exactly. Me and baby lasagna, both
Yes.
inspired by the animal world. I think my macaw heard that and he felt the call.
Oh, brilliant. Hello. Hi, Raven. It's so good to see you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Thank you. Good to see you too.
Oh, it's brilliant to see you. I mean, I just want to kick this off by saying a huge congratulations. As a fan of both Eurovision, but also you, we've been wanting this for so long, and I know you have too. And we finally have you coming to the Eurovision stage. This is what dreams are made of. We've been waiting for this moment. How are you feeling in this process, in this moment right now? Because you've been on such a journey from the start.
Um, First of all, thank you. That's really, really nice to hear. It's been a roller coaster. It's been a lot of emotions, all at once. But I'm feeling great, really. I'm very grateful mostly.
But it's just so good to finally see. I mean, it's kind of inspiring in a way to kind of see how hard you've worked to make this happen because, you've been fighting your way to the Eurovision stage and now we finally have you here coming to Malmo this year. And I read before that your mum kind of had um, I guess you say, a thought in her head. She kind of manifested this, didn't she? She had a moment where she realized, oh, one day you're going to be on the Eurovision stage. So, how have you kind of celebrated that with your family and talked to them? Are they as excited as you are?
Yeah, no, actually, yeah, my mom, the first thing that she told me when I told her on the phone that, well, the RTV people called me and that I'm the chosen one, finally. She was like, you know what? I remember when you were 5 years old. I remember we were watching the Eurovision together, and I just knew that one day you're gonna stand on that stage. And honestly, I also had this. I kind of just felt that it was meant for me, and I was always very calm and sure that it would happen. So yeah.
And you were right. You believed it and it came true. So that is the power of manifesting right there. You proved it, you can see it works. Now, of course, you've been waiting for this moment. So now it's actually come true. What are you most excited about being part of Eurovision?
Ooh, I just think that the part where for me as a creative that I really have this almost unlimited possibilities of what I can do on the stage, not only with my music, because that part I've already done. I mean, the song is quite finished, but the visuals, what I can do on the stage, it's just I'm so inspired. And I have like 20 different performances that I have in my head that I would love to do. So the biggest challenge was just to narrow it all down and be like, well, you cannot do all at once. So this part of just the creating the staging for me is one of the most exciting things.
That is so exciting. And as a fan, we're so excited to see, what you're going to bring to Malmo as well, because that is just where the magic really happens. And, we've seen live performances of Veronica, your amazing song. And, we kind of seen the music video as well, which really gave us a taste of what you're going to bring us. And, the visuals on that were beautiful. And if it's anything like that, we're going to be lucky to see that on the stage. And I know you can't give too much away, of course, but is there anything we can expect from your performance in Malmo?
Yes. So we want to kind of bring the same vibe, the same mood that is in the visuals, in the video. What I can say is that we really want to kind of bring this creepy, ethereal vibe on stage, but also you're gonna see a lot of creatures. That's what I'm gonna say.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. That's a good tease. Okay, I'm very intrigued, and yeah, I feel like I have ideas in my head. I always plan out the performances in my head of what I might expect, and I'm so excited for yours. So we can't wait to see it. We really can't. And of course, your song is so impactful. It's a fan favorite already, I would say. The Eurovision fans around Europe and the world are really loving what you're bringing to the table and what you've done in the past years as well. But of course, I'm sure you're a Eurovision fan yourself. I know you are. So what's your favorite song from this year from the other artists that are taking part?
I have many, but I mostly like obviously, as you can see from my songs as well, mostly like a bit more darker, like edgier
Yeah.
artists. I love Baby Lasagna. I love Norway. I love I actually really like Ukraine too. Also I just heard the song from Marina Sati. I really like that one.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not that dark, but it's kind of spicy. I love that too.
Yes, it does bring that spice, absolutely. And I think we've got that good mix this year from what we've seen so far. There is so much to enjoy, like different kind of genres. And I feel like you as an artist, you bring so many genres into one because you have that talent. I mean, look at your opera background as well. You have this ability to bring so many different types of music to each song that you bring, which is really enjoyable as a fan. So how do you kind of go through that process of when you're creating a song? Do you kind of go into a song thinking, okay, I want to bring this kind of genre, this kind of vibe, or does it just come to you naturally? Because I feel like you're quite a spiritual person in that way.
Yeah, I think many times it happened that I kind of wanted to do like a lighter song, not so dramatic, but more like a song. So firstly, I have to apologize because my parrot, my macaw, is screaming like crazy upstairs. For that.
I would love to meet your Macaw. I was hoping they would be present. I can't hear them, but I'm glad they're there.
Yeah, he's upstairs, and if I bring him down, he's just gonna start screaming. Or so maybe not. Anyways, yeah, I always wanted to. I have many instances of like being in a studio and being like, you know what, let's just do like an easy radio-friendly song. But then it always happens that I bring some drama in it, and it becomes darker or like more dep or a bit depressing or just dramatic. I kind of it always, wow, do you hear that?
I heard it that time. Yeah, I heard it. I heard the cork.
Yeah, so I think really poetic, dramatic, dark, historical figures such as Veronica, that my song is about, always inspire me a lot.
I love that though, and that I learned so much. I hope you know this, that your song Veronica taught me something about Slovenian history that I never would have known about before. And I think that's an amazing thing you can do with your music. You know, you bring that educational aspect as well, and women's empowerment. It's a real feminist anthem, and I know you've shared that before. But what does it mean to you to kind of bring these undertones to your songs and to your music to empower women and also educate audiences on such historical figures like Veronica?
Actually, the story of Veronica, the witch trials, I think is a very relevant theme still today in our society, even though we are not burning women anymore at the stake. But I think we're still, not only women, but I think people in general that are a bit out of the ordinary or that kind of scare other people just because they are very open with who they are, and maybe other people that are judgmental are not so open with themselves and with expressing themselves. I think these types of people have always been people have just been afraid of them, and that's why they were persecuted and just not accepted in society. So I think this is Veronica is about empowering women, but also empowering other people that feel connected to the story of Veronica.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for bringing such a song to the world because it's not only a beautiful song, but like I said, it does have that message. And on that note, happy International Women's Day is today, the day we're recording this. So, celebrating things like this is so important every day, not just today, but it's such a beautiful song. So thank you for bringing that to the world. Now, on a less kind of serious note, I have a request from you because I love a bit of ASMR. I'm an ASMR fan.
Ooh,
So
I love it too.
yes,
I love it
yeah,
too.
it's really. I mean, look at the microphone here. I could be doing this. I could be doing ASMR right now. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this, and I feel like you, as an artist, this is another avenue you could go down because you have such an amazing way of making beautiful sounds that no other human can do, I'm sure. And one of them, I can't do it myself, is your beautiful. See, I can't do it. Your
Oh, it's
beautiful
a
sound. So please satisfy my ears and our listeners' ears by giving us that beautiful sound you can create.
Ooh, it's a
Oh, I feel like you're somehow possessed by your macaw when you do that sound.
exactly. Me and baby lasagna both
Yes.
inspired by the animal world. I think my macaw heard that and he felt the call. So
The vibrations.
yeah.
See, I really love this because I saw that video on your Instagram with Baby Lasagna, by the way, and I love to see the different artists meet each other and how you two connected. And I interviewed Gorte from Norway last night. I talked to them, and they kind of touched on their song about how it has a calling and how they're calling animals, and kind of in a spiritual way, to their song. And I feel like you're bringing that with yours in a way as well. So, are we going to see some kind of mass parade of animals on the stage at Eurovision this year?
Yeah, well, as I said before, you're gonna see creatures. And I think by creatures, I mean just something not entirely human, a bit animalistic. Obviously, this thing that I do with the ASMR thing is also like a siren call. I see it as like calling my fellow like my fellowship to me. That also the ballet dancers that are going to be on stage represent. So yeah, I love the animalistic aspect of the songs. I think that's also why I love Norway's song. Yeah.
Yes, it's beautiful. I feel like with both of you combining in Malmo, something magical is going to happen, and I can't wait to see it. Now, of course, my final question for you, Raven, is such an exciting time for you, but this is just the start, I feel, for you in your amazing career. So this year, Malmo, the stage at Eurovision, what's next for you? What are you looking forward to in the future?
I just am really looking forward to making more music. I feel so inspired by everything that is happening around me now. So I think just more music, more concerts, connecting with other fellow artists that really inspire me. That that's my
Beautiful.
goal.
And I see that for you. And by the way, I heard your macaw in the background there squawking away. I feel
I
like that's the
keep like
perfect way to end it.
keep like muting and unmuting because I don't want him to. But yeah, I guess he just wants to, he's a show a showman as well, and he just wants to be a part of
Oh, 100%. I feel like you
it.
need to bring him to Eurovision as well. He wants to be a part of this. He's calling for it.
I agree, but I don't. Since I think there's a rule of not bringing animals on stage. I actually, it's funny that because we just check like the rules what you can have on stage and what not, and you cannot have animals. So,
I
um,
think we need to change that. Let's see what
I
we can do.
agree. I mean,
Okay,
there's
and fine.
actually a Raven on stage, so you know.
Well, exactly. We have Mother Nature herself, so you're gonna grace the stage with that. And I'm gonna just lastly try and copy your magic of this. So, is that close? Oh, thank you. I just wanted to get one more just for myself. Thank you for that. It was so lovely talking to you, Raven, and I can't wait to see what you bring to Eurovision. We already love you, but we're gonna love you even more. So we'll see you there in Malmo.
Thank you so much for a great interview. It was lovely talking with you too.
Oh,